Rune casting and drawing shapes this board game, which rewards efficiency and best turn utilisation. With the sacred runes charting the destiny of mankind, only one can claim victory. Components: 100 double-sided sheets with altar and scoring sheets, 6 common objective cards double-sided, 4 personal objective cards, 4 double-sided god cards, 10 runes, 4 pencils, a cloth bag and an English rulebook. One game. The first step is to hand out a sheet of paper. On its altar side, a pencil and a personal objective face up to each player. The 4 god cards are left in the centre on different sides. If they all show side A or B, the process is repeated until at least one is different. We place in full view of everyone as many common objective cards as there are players plus 1. The remaining ones are returned to the box. The number of players will also determine the runes to be used, removing those that are not needed. Whoever is on the right of the starting player circles the first square of the round marker. The other players cross it out. The game begins with a duration of 8 rounds. Each round consists of 4 phases. Phase 1, Setup. It is omitted in the first round, so it will be applied from the second round. The player to the left of the starting player becomes the new active player. The one on the right circles the first available square of the round marker, in other words, the next available round marker that is not circled or crossed out. The other players cross out that same space. Phase 2, Throw and select runes. The starting player throws all runes. Each one can fall face down, face up or sideways. The runes of mortals are those that show letters, while the runes of the gods are those with symbols. Starting with the starter player, everyone selects a rune to add to their altar. Follow the clockwise direction. Before taking one, a player must cross off a surrounded round marker to re-roll all runes. When choosing a rune, we cross out a box on the skill table that corresponds to the rune type. Face down, face up or sideways. It should be the first free one from the left of any row. If this means that all those in the same row have been crossed out, the triangle that follows is also crossed out and activates an ability from a god card, a drawing, or adds extra points. It can only be used at that time. It is not mandatory. When everyone has selected 2 runes, the phase ends. Phase 3, Read the runes. This phase can be carried out simultaneously or one by one, starting with the starting player. Each player draws the 2 runes from his altar plus 1 from the centre that will not be taken to your area, so it will be available to everyone. Each face down rune involves circling a horn. A face up rune means drawing it in a small free circle. It is not necessary that the drawing matches the one outside the circle. On the left side of the altar you can only draw symbols, and on the right side only letters. We can only draw in a large circle when the previous 3 small circles, clockwise, are completed. The sideways runes provide both a horn and a drawing. In a 4 players game, there are 2 jokers, which works as the symbol and the letter indicated on your personal objective card. At any time, we will be able to cross out horns that are surrounded. With 3, we activate one of the god card's powers. With 4, we draw a symbol or a letter following the rules. It will be necessary to be attentive to the moment in which the 3 circles before a big one are completed, making the symbols or letters match with those of the exterior part. When this happens, we draw in the big circle the corresponding symbol or letter. By filling in a large circle in the letters section, we activate the effect associated with the card of the god it connects to. as long as that circle is also filled in. The abilities of the gods. At certain times, we will benefit from the power of the gods. They allow us to draw in large circles, omitting part of the restrictions, or flip runes, among other effects. Phase 4. End of round. The runes are returned to the centre to start a new round. End of game. At the end of the 8th round, the game ends. We flip one of the sheets to count the points. We will receive points for the crossed out triangles on the skill table. Based on the personal objective card, we count the symbols and letters required to score a certain amount of points. If we have completed the indicated connection, we receive an additional 5 points. We check which common goals we have completed to get more points. They lead to compete in majorities, either by circles or by horns. If we have completed the row of dots, we score 18. For every 2 unused horns, we receive 1 point. Finally, we subtract 3, 8 or 13 points for the sideways runes selected throughout the game. The winner will be the one with the highest score.